Hey, once again, this is Alan Curtis Meisner, the Dragonmancer, and welcome back to another episode of The Lair of the Dragonmancer. And of course, right behind me are my lovely assistants, the tortoise, the mouse, and the eagle. Earlier today, about maybe an hour or so ago, I was able to watch this program entitled Mao's Last Answer. It tells the true story of Li Kunshin. I'm not very good at pronouncing his last name, but anyways, he was a ballet dancer under the rule of Mao Zedong. And basically, he would be sent to America, and he came to love the country and ultimately became a citizen of it. Among the stories that was included in her elements, really, was a parable that I would like to tell you right now. That being the title of the show, of course, The Frog at the Bottom of the Well. The story goes something like this, that there was a frog that lived at the bottom of the well, and all its life it looked up at the top of the well. And during the time, the frog thought that was the entire sky, because it was the only world that it knew. Then one day the frog was visited by a toad, and was over the edge of the well. And what happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Basically, the toad pointed out to him that after some hesitance, the toad was able to bring the frog up to the very top of the well. And what the frog discovered was that the sky was much bigger than he imagined. The same is true with Li Kunshin. Maybe someone can comment and help me out on how the correct pronunciation of the last name. But the fact of the matter is that in the same way that the frog would soon discover that the sky was much bigger than he imagined, so too was the case of Li, and he would discover that the world that he knew when he was young was much bigger than he could possibly imagine. He loved the fact that as opposed to China, you couldn't say anything bad about Mao Zedong, whereas in America, you could say something bad about the president and you don't have to be quiet about it. That's the nice thing about this country. But basically, when you really think about it, a lot of us are in that situation right now that unfortunately some of us, like some evangelical Christians and whatnot, all too often they have the mentality of the frog when he was at the bottom of the well. Like I said, to the frog, everything that was in the sky he saw, he presumed was the whole sky. And basically, when you have that mentality, it's not necessarily a very good one. The best thing to do is do as the frog eventually did, and join the toad in learning that the world was a much bigger place than you could possibly imagine. I know in my case that was It has happened to me repeatedly throughout my life to this day, and will continue to do so in the years to come. Is that basically it's a wonderful world out there, much bigger. The sky is much bigger than you could possibly imagine. That's if you forget everything else about this particular video. Please try to remember that the sky is always much bigger than you could possibly imagine. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.